Fletcher, please send Jonah to the office right away.
Jonah, you're needed at the office.
Okay. Action. Tell me about the first day at camp.
Okay, okay, here I am.
Right now, we are coloring and drawing away on these Surface Pros. We're trying to learn some new techniques, learning some Photoshop stuff, learning their way through it and having a lot of fun doing it. And what's impressive is that they've got some artistic skill that's actually looking really, really good. So I'm pretty pleased with how the art's going so far. It's looking great.
In an animation film, you have several steps, and we are the first step. Well, I say the first step. First step is coming up with a story, and Zach Davis came up with a very fun, poignant story.
So you're the director of this crazy thing.
I guess.
So what's that
Yes.
like?
What's that like? It's a heavy amount of responsibility, and you know, when you're directing any project, the key thing is to build a team that can see your vision, you know, but also can collaborate with you on it, have some creative input, you know, have their own ideas, and that's what I ended up getting, which is awesome.
Are you guys, do you guys want to gather around over here, grab a snack, and then we can gather around the surfaces and just look at everybody's work, and we can talk about it for just a sec?
We like to work together as a group. Like meeting new friends, you know, become part of the team.
We do associate certain emotions with certain colors, whether we realize they're... The thing is, I didn't really choosing colors, just kind of chose. That's thinking more. Sure.
Maybe we subdued that color a little bit and put it in that green.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
It
idea.
might be a nice. It might be a nice match.
That's not a bad idea.
It would look better if we could package it.
Yeah.
More like a dark queso yellow.
A queso yellow.
Queso yellow.
No,
That's
absolutely,
great.
absolutely.
That's great. Queso yellow.
Well, and you know that queso color, you know that skin that develops when it's like sitting there for an hour. That color, no, you know that color's
Mold.
beautiful. It's a neat color. It's not mold.
You know, the mold.
Jerry and Jonathan, it's really fun to work with them. I've worked with Jonathan before on Photoshop, but I never really worked with Jerry before, so it was a new experience with them. They're both really fun, they're goofy. They make sure that everybody's on the same page without getting too strict and just have fun with it.
Does anybody disagree with the stuff we were talking about, or do y'all feel like you're on board with these ideas?
I think the best part of this camp is just the new experiences and working with real artists in digital media. Because I do a lot of stuff with fine artists, and so this kind of helped me do something different. So it's my favorite part.
So, tell me about the process of making this animated.
Tedious. I don't know, challenging because we're learning how to use Photoshop, and I don't want to say frustrating because that makes it sound like it was just like, rah, but it was a little bit frustrating at first, like the first few hours, but then it got real simpler, I guess.
First day, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought there'd be more guys, but turned out I was the only one. But then I was shown Photoshop and I had no idea how to use it. I knew it was, but I didn't know how to use it, and then picked it up right away after I was learning a few things, and still learning, but you know.
The ultimate goal of what we're creating here with this camp is the beginning stages of an animated production. The goal is to ultimately utilize their talents as
actual artists to the facilitation of a finished animated production.
We broke this into 3 phases, so you got the illustration, the animation, and the sound design. If any one fall down, the whole project can fall down. You know, it's kind of like a 3-legged stool in a way. If you pull one out, it's not going to stand.
There's all these different pieces that work together, and all of these aspects play into the story itself.
The thing is like what we're doing is really hard, like really hard. Hundreds of illustrators and animators come together and do this kind of stuff. I mean, if you've ever seen the credits on a movie, it's ridiculous. We've got like a handful of people, which is not impossible, but close. Sarah is frustrated.
What? No, I was watching it because it was buffering and I want to see what I did with my thing was working.
Wow, I got that.
Sound camp has been a very unique experience. I've attended camps in my life, and I've worked on various sound projects, but I've never mixed the two together. We had a lot of people involved, a lot of cooks in the kitchen, especially for that small little booth. But it worked to our advantage because we were able to divide and conquer. Different people have different strengths, different abilities, and different things that they enjoy doing. I hope that sound camp has been a way for everyone to sort of find what they love when it comes to film sound. Stylistically, the score went through several different phases. Zach made the call that we really needed to go with the traditional score route, but the first thought conceptually was that we would do something jazzy. We were in New Orleans, and it just seemed like a really good opportunity to use the D. Whitfield Ensemble. However, the jazz thing didn't work well. It made the film too serious, I think. Next, I tried a synthesizer phase. We bought 4 different Roland synthesizers. We got some really cool sounds, but nothing at all usable. As a matter of fact, the only synthesizer that appears is the sound of the Reaper. The low rumbly sound. So the process has been a way to try to think outside of the box.
So from script to storyboard to illustration to animation, then to sound design, this whole process took us about a whole year. There were less than 20 people working on this thing, 15 of who fall somewhere on the spectrum. We had to buckle down, and there were a lot of long hours. People learned new stuff and got to do a lot of things they'd never done before. We got it done just in time to enter into the Dead Center Film Festival. And lo and behold, we won.
Do you know what you should do? We need to get a piece of paper and do the silence animating happening, and I need to kick you out and slam the door. That'd be awesome.